If you've got a slate floor or a concrete floor and it's a little bit uneven, this is going to rock. So we have to reduce the contact area. In other words, take something out so it's going to be more stable. So what I think would look good is if I drew an arch in there, or you could do a V. No, we'll do an arch. All right, so I've got something to make a circle with. We'll take these out. Make sure we got the top and the top. So that's the top, that's the top. We'll work on the inside. By the way, these are fantastic. They're called Sewing Revolutions. A friend of mine developed them quite a while ago, and they are just absolutely brilliant for setting out circles or radiuses or anything like that. Now there won't be a nail hole in this because all I'm going to do is cut out one, then I'll transpose it onto the other. So I'll put my pencil in the 3.5 inch and just draw that half circle. Anyway, I'll go and cut that on the bandsaw. As in this case, if your saw's too wide for this curve, just do a lot of deep cuts. I should change the blade, but I'm too lazy. It's too late in the afternoon. Once you've got those cut, you'll find it's a lot easier to cut the shape you want. And once you've got that, we can either clean it up with a spoke shave, or what I'm going to do, because I'm in a hurry, I'm going to use a bobbin sander. And there we have it. Sanded underneath. Now all we'll have to do is transfer this onto that. And because I'm leaving this as handmade, if they're not perfect in their radius, it doesn't matter. It lends to the handmade persona, if you like. I'll just cut that out and I shall be back. And there they are, both nicely sanded. If I was to use a spoke shave on these, instead of sanding, you'd use a round spoke shave. Now these are H&T Gordon spoke shaves. That is a rounded one, it has a round face, and that is a flat one. You might be more familiar with the Record or Stanley ones. That is a radius one, and that's a flat one. Either will work fine. Now you've got to go from short to long. So I will start in the middle here and work my way, whoops. Put a bit of water in there to stop it from slipping like it just did. Start in the middle and work your way up. And that will plane them so you get that planed look. If it's too big, this is a little one to use. It's called a cigar spoke shave. Again, H&T Gordon, and it is absolutely superb for very, very tight radiuses. What I want to do also is arris the edges again, so it's got that hand hewn sort of feel and look to it. Turn it around to the other side. And it gets that nice, polished sort of look to it when it's come off a spoke shave. We might just clean this off with a spoke shave as well. For that we can use a flat one. Or, if you didn't want to use a spoke shave, you can definitely use a block plane. As soon as it starts to squeal, it needs a bit of candle wax. Now if I go over here, I'm going to break that end out. So what I'm going to do is turn it around and I'll plane into the timber. Same with this one. We'll start with this one first if you like. Plane into the timber. Now that top part's done. Turn it around. And we can arris it. And plane up that mitered face or angled face. Knock off the sharp angles. And take the sharpness off on the inside. I'm not worried if I leave plane marks on this because I want it to, you can tell that it's handmade and hand hewn. Now's the time to clean up the legs and the top. I did want this at 240, but really it doesn't matter what width it is. Just make sure we've got clean sides on everything and they're the same width. Well, that one's alright. That's just a bit nasty there, so I might just run a plane over that. It should only take 1 or 2 passes. Just a little bit here to get out. And that's that. Just make sure it's square, which for me is pretty darn good. And let's make sure these are still the right width. Got to take a little bit off here. And we should be good to go. Let's look at this side and make sure it's, I'll clean that up too with a pass. So while we're here, I think we'll take these sharp edges off as well. Same on the foot. pick a pass off it. There, just to make sure it's nice and smooth. I can't stress it enough how important it is to have sharp tools. Whether they're planes, chisels, saws, it really doesn't matter. But it just makes woodworking that much more pleasurable. I think we're just about ready to put it all together now.